Hi guys, it's Danny with Words Are Matter, and I am inspired to talk to us today about the word block. This was inspired by a coaching session wherein my client was talking about a block he had around his meditation practice, and he must have uttered this word at least a half dozen times in describing the resistance he was feeling around meditating. Think about the word block. There's a density to it, a heaviness, there's an angular quality. A block, it's like an obstruction. It's something that stands between things, between ourselves and our desires, achievements, destiny, dharma, what have you. As I listened to this client discuss this block, we agreed to remove that from his vocabulary and to invite him to explore a different descriptive of his experience. So yes, he's experiencing resistance around his meditation practice. That's fluid. There's dynamism there. There's the potential for change. What if this resistance is part of the evolutionary process? What if it isn't a block to the evolutionary process? What if it isn't a block to growth? Rather, it is part of the awakening process to be embraced and to be incorporated. When we name something a block, then we get to hide behind it. And we get to have this big problem that needs to be fixed. And then we get to turn our attention away from onward motion to fixing the problem. So take, for example, the writing process. If I'm writing a book and I'm navigating a murky space, sure, I could name it a block and then choose to be stuck there and choose to create this big giant obstacle that I cannot see around and stay in this place of lack of clarity for as long as I feel like hiding behind it. Stronger would be to say, I'm navigating some murkiness in my process. I'm still inviting clarity in my process. I'm writing my way through some murkiness. In labeling something a block, there's this static nature, and then there's this sort of permanence, like we're putting a pin in the resistance or the contraction or the lack of clarity. In languaging something in motion, I'm moving through some resistance right now. I am experiencing some contraction around my meditation practice. I am still finding my way to clarity around how to structure this book. That allows me to still be in the process. It allows me to be in motion, and it invites the opportunity for change and for breakthrough. It more readily avails myself to that, more readily avails my client, who was previously claiming to be blocked, for a breakthrough in choosing to language his current experience as just some resistance that he's navigating on his awakening path. What I'm inviting us to do here is to start to look at and feel into words a little bit differently and understand how they are programming our subconscious and how we are sometimes sabotaging ourselves, a lot of the time sabotaging ourselves and getting in our own way simply by how we're languaging our current experience. To this end, I'm inviting you and me and all of us to lose the word block and to resist the urge to put a pin in our shadows and in our resistance and in our contractions, and to language these things in a more fluid, open, dynamic way that allows for the change that is available to us in any moment. Remember, every word matters. You are amazing. Have a rockin' day. Mwah!